Hey everyone, hope you're doing well today. The news corporations are starting to buzz again about the face thingy. Gotta use the code so I don't get deleted by the AI and reprimanded for trying to warn liberals. The face thingies, they're all mostly made with polyethylene. I believe that's the chemical formula. And the ones from the United States, if you truly wish to wear the face thingy, are going to be your best bet because they've been found in the medical literature to have the least amount of contamination, whereas every other type of mask from around the world, mainly from China, have been found to have disturbing levels of contaminants, different types of metals, different types of production type of chemicals, as well as just simply starts with an M, ends in micro, starts with a P, ends in astics. There was a famous article released by, I believe it was a Chinese research repository, and they pretty much, is a perfect example of doublethink. They want you to wear the face thingy, and yet they're acknowledging the fact that we're inhaling all of these. It starts with an M, ends in micro, starts with a P, ends in astic, and these little bits that come off of the face thingy when we're wearing it, it creates a back pressure, right? Or like a zero pressure environment. And so when we're inhaling, it actually, because of the zero pressure or the back pressure, it actually accelerates these small things attached to the face thingy as a result of the production process. It inhales them even deeper into our lungs, like in these, because of the back pressure again. And in these studies, the scientists are very surprised that you're finding some of these little bits of the M ends in micro, P ends in astics. You're finding these little bits super deep in the lungs, which normally, people will find, researchers will find these little bits just from modern life in the upper respiratory system, but not usually in the lower respiratory, in the lower parts of the lungs. And of course, they're confused and bewildered by this finding, but it's because they're missing the large aspect of the face thingy, and that it creates a zero pressure environment, which creates the back pressure acceleration of the things going into your lungs. And in other publicly available Western medical literature from universities around the world, they've found that these micro P astics, gotta speak in code so I don't get deleted, they contribute to long Mexican beer illness, right? Starts with a C, ends in id. So we already know in the universities from around the world and the research hospital repositories around the world that these they contribute to long Mexican beer illness, as well as they've even been found to be very similar to the actual Mexican beer illness. And that's why they want all the service industry people to be wearing these things. I mean, we already know from the medical literature that they do not prevent transmission. It even says that on the and so yeah, just be aware if you're one of those people who really want to wear the face thingy, you're gonna have to do some research, like available on salvanado.org, so that you can equip yourself with the knowledge in order to make a positive decision for yourself and your family. And, these micro bits have been found, to cause all kinds of different problems with our, starts with the H, ends in hormones, different types of respiratory stuff. And they want the service workers to wear these things for, the false sense of security that everybody, of course, still enjoys. But this is a large portion of our population. And so they want these service workers to be wearing these things because that's going to essentially create the clientele for Big Pharma and the Western medical mindset, which is how they operate. They let all these things, they approve all these things, and they tell you it's safe, and yet it's giving people the C word and, all kinds of stuff, right? And people can't really bring themselves to acknowledge this reality due to what we always talk about, emotional maturity, as well as having the consummate knowledge, scientific background. So this is how these guys work. People are always complaining about the high cost of Western healthcare, but the truly disturbing aspect of Western healthcare is how they work with the legislators to approve certain things that they fallaciously determine are safe by performing certain types of studies that are very exclusive, and they don't, for instance, they don't study the chemical interactions, and there's just so much in the Western medical literature, and that's why so many people are getting sick. So do your best to not wear the face thingy, and try to explain all of this to other liberals or conservatives, because it hurts the people a lot, as they're inhaling all of these bits with lower blood oxygen. People are already low blood oxygen. That's why we're seeing a lot of ST, enzyme, oak, especially in the 30s and 40s age groups, because these people are addicted to caffeine, alcohol, cigarettes, hard drugs. All of these things reduce the blood oxygen in the cerebral blood flow. And then so when you get the fun juice, plus when you're wearing the face thingy, your blood oxygen is so low that your brain actually fizzles out and has a ST, enzyme, oak. The medical system, of course, is bewildered by this development, doesn't know why people my age are, hardly have an issue with the Mexican beer illness, and yet they're dying in large numbers from ST, oak. So do your research. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Let me know if you got any questions. See you in the next one.